Welcome everybody. We thought we'd do a video today about how to buy on eBay. I've had a lot of people ask in our live streams, our model train live streams, where I buy my items and how to get the best deals. So I've tried to describe it, so I thought I'd go into a little more depth and detail here on how you can find really good deals on eBay if you know how to work the system they've set up for you. Just to give you a little background, I have been buying and selling on eBay for 27 years, since 1999. I've seen them go through all their changes, everything they've added to it. It's really a very buyer-friendly platform right now. It really does favor the buyer than it does the seller. So I'm going to get my glasses on. I've got some things here that I want to cover to start off with. We're going to talk about the different types of buying options that you have. This includes auction types, buy it now types, and make an offer type. And I'm going to go over all the pros and cons of each and how to try to get the best deal in each. So that's where we're going to go with this. So we're going to start off with the auction, but we'll get to that in just a second. All right, the most important, there's two things that you need to consider when you get ready to buy something. The first of it is you need to know what your budget is. Don't go over it. It's really easy to go over it when you get into the excitement of doing the live auctions. So set your budget and always keep in mind that you also have two other charges that are going to come with it. For sure, you're going to get charged tax. The other thing that's going to happen is only about 20% have free shipping of everything that's for sale. So you're probably going to wind up paying shipping too. So if an item, let's say your budget's $100. So don't bid up or spend more than about $85, $87. That way you keep it to that 100 or a little bit less. So that's the most important thing. And that's for any of the categories we're about to talk about. All right, so the first type of buying on eBay is their oldest type, and that's the auction type, just an open auction, where you just make bids against other people, and there's a set time limit to how you do it. The seller could usually pick between 5, 7, 10 days or whatever they want to set, and you bid through that period. So we're going to talk about how that can get really dangerous, especially with your budget. So there's a way of doing the auctions that a lot of the really savvy buyers use, and it's called sniping. What that is you wait. You have to have patience. So let's say you find an item you really like. First thing you do when you find an item you really like is you go and you research and you look. So let's say you're just scrolling and you come across something you really like. Take whatever that item is, go put it in the search bar. Odds are you're going to find it at the same price or probably less, or this may be the best deal. But either way, go compare prices because there's so many up there. So that is the first thing you need to do. So then if you decided this is the item you're going to go for, what you want to do is be patient. You're going to wait until the very last day of the bidding. Don't start bidding immediately. That just drives the price up and up and up. So I generally, when I buy, I wait until the last 5 minutes of the auction, and then I start getting myself ready for it. Now, you say, well, I'll forget about it. If you put the item into your watch list. Now, in another video, we'll show all these extra little things that eBay has set up to help buyers. Finding the best deals, how to set your watches up, things like that. But anyway, you put it into your watch list. And within 24 hours of the auction ending, eBay's going to start sending you notices saying an item that you're watching is coming up for sale, that it's closing. So that's when you start waiting. So what you do is you wait, I wait until the last 5 minutes. I get the screen popped up, and we're going to show what a buy screen looks like here. We're going to do a screen capture of it and put it up there. I have that screen put up. And the next thing I do is I put in my total amount. Now in the bar it says max amount. You have 3 buttons at the top that give you options. So let's say it's an $80 item. You can click, because one will say like 81, and one will say 82, one will say 84, whatever it is. You can click those if you want, and automatically put it in for you. Which when it comes down to the very end is a good thing to have. But what you do is you think to yourself, okay, what's my budget? Let's say the thing doesn't have any bids on it or even has like a low bid on it. So it says max. So let's say it's an $80 item. You're willing to go to $100. You're going to put in $100. That does not mean it's going to go to $100 as soon as you place your bid. That's the big thing a lot of people get confused about. What it's going to do is it's only going to take it to the next bid increment. So let's say just there's no bids on it at all, and the opening price is $80. You go and you put a max bid of $100 on it. What it's going to do is it's just going to put an $80 bid on it if that's the opening bid. But eBay will automatically bid it up for you up to $100 if other buyers come in and start bidding. So bear that in mind, and that takes care of everything for you. I do that within the last 5 minutes, and I'll put that price in there, and I'll wait till I get down to about a minute and a half on the timer, and I'll put that bid in, especially if there's other bids. Because what you want to do is limit the amount of time the other bidder has to come back with a bid. So get down to a minute and a half, and that also gives you time that if you get outbid and you're willing to spend a little bit more than what your max is, you have time to put another bid in. That's how you do it, and that's how you get the best deals. I have saved so much money doing the bidding in the last minute or two, it's not even funny. I mean, I've probably saved thousands over the years by doing it just like that. So that's what you do. If you get into this competition of bidding it up over a week, you're going to drive it up to a ridiculous price to begin with, and you might get all caught up and think, well, I can do just a little bit more. I can go just a little bit more. And then you're going to get caught into that, and then you're going to say, why did I spend that much? So this is why you wait till the end. So snipe it. That's the biggest thing the best buyers do. All right. So that's auction. We're going to talk about the next thing, type of thing they have here now. All right, the next type that they have on eBay is buy it now. I mean, that's just self-explanatory. It's you see a price, you buy it. But go back to what I said in the auction. You find something you like, go into the search bar and type what that item is. You will probably find hundreds of the same item, and you'll be able to potentially find a better deal. Or you might find an auction style or make an offer, which I'll get to in a minute. So be sure to just double check. Don't just get excited. Oh, there's that thing, and oh, that's not too bad of a price. I'm going to buy that. Go looking. It'll only take you a couple of minutes, and it could save you on an $80 item. You might save $10, $15 by going and looking. So, and again, bear in mind that you're going to have taxes and shipping. It'll say if shipping is going to be involved. It'll have it right there with the price, so you'll know. But you will have tax, and I believe the way eBay works it's the tax for your state. So be sure that if you have like a 5 or 6% sales tax, factor that on there. So that is how Buy It Now works. There's really nothing to explain. All right, the last way that they have set up for you is called Make an Offer. And you will find those options on both open auctions and Buy It Now auctions. So there's many people, many sellers utilize it. And I actually find this to be what I mostly look for unless I'm really trying to get something low in a snipe. So how it works, and a lot of people get confused about how this works. When it says make an offer, it doesn't mean you have to make an offer higher than what the opening bid price is or the Buy It Now price is. That's what a lot of people think. It isn't. Let's say, again, we're going to use our $80 amount as an example. Let's say you want to start it at $50. Put in a $50 offer. The worst he can do is either say no outright, or he'll send you a counter offer. And you have the ability to go up to, I think it's either 4 or 5 counter offers of your own. So let's say you put a $50 offer in. He says no. It started out at 80. Let's say he goes to 75. He sends you a counter offer of 75. You're not so comfortable at that price. So let's say you go up to 55. So it'll go back and forth like this to where you'll either come to a meeting point, or you'll run out of ability to make offers, or he'll just turn it down. The worst case that can happen is he says no, or you just can't agree on a price. Be realistic about it, okay? Somebody has something for $80 up there. You're not going to get it for $10 with an offer, okay? That's just not going to happen. So, be fair about it. Again, go do your research. If you see other ones selling for, let's say, $70, but they have free shipping, maybe when you have an ability to put a note in when you make your offer. Say, my offer includes this, and I want free shipping. Or, I'll pay the shipping, but I'm going to pay less to make it equal. So you've got a way of putting that into the description, and then they can write you back a description. They have their bottom line on how much they need to make on an item, and they'll be comfortable with it, or they won't. But I love, love, love the make an offer stuff. That is where I do most of my buying. You just get into the haggling part of it. It turns into a big haggle, and you just sit there. I'll give you this. No, I want this. So it works out great. But before you do it, again, like I said, go research. Make sure if he's got it for 80, but then you find somebody else that has let's say they have it at 60 and make an offer, you might get it for that $50 price, or maybe even 40, because maybe their overhead on it is a lot cheaper than what this guy's overhead is. So be sure to always check comparables that you have up there. But I find that make an offer is really one of the best ways to do it, except for sniping. Now, the thing about the sniping is, I'm going to go back real quick on that, just because I forgot to cover it. The thing about sniping is, during the week, you'll be able to keep track of it, and if it goes beyond what you're willing to pay, just don't even bother with it, okay? Keep your budget in mind. That's what you need to do. So anyway, that's the three, but like I said, I prefer the make an offer, which they only came up, I think, with that about maybe 4 or 5, maybe 10 years ago, doing the make an offer thing, and it was one of the best things they ever put on there. I recommend that as your go-to, with the auction being the second best, and buy it now as your third, unless it's just a fantastic deal and you can't turn it down. So that's my order of how I look for things when I go to buy. All right, so I hope this has helped. All three of the formats that they have for buying. We will do another video where I'm going to really show you how to utilize all the tools eBay gives you for finding the items you want to buy. They have fantastic things to help you with your searches. It seems like there's so much up there, but there's just a couple things that you can do that are going to really refine things and help you get things in the target price range that you want. So we will cover that on the next one. But anyway, I hope this helps you. Give it a try. Post if you tried it. Give us a message saying, hey, this worked or it didn't work. Let us know how it did for you. But anyway, if you liked the video, please like it. And we will have more. If we see a good response to it, we will have more to give you a hand with the other options that they have. So thanks for watching.